This is your Pac-Man GP. Ladies and gentlemen, how do you do? I hope you had a wonderful weekend. I surely did. There were some relatives who were visiting from abroad, so I had a wonderful Sunday evening with them. And over and above, also spent some quality time with the family. So it was a very good weekend, all in all. So without wasting further time, I am going to start off with explaining today's invention. I have a very exciting invention for you today. Uh, this invention has already been granted an Indian patent by the Indian Patent Office. Why do I call it as an Indian patent? Is because the patent has been granted in India by the Indian Patent Office. So therefore, it is protected within the territory of India. Okay. Uh, the invention is concerning a portable cutlery set. Without wasting any further time, I'm just going to present my PPT slides. So the title of today's invention is a portable cutlery set. Okay. I'll move on to the next slide. So as I told you, a patent has been granted for this particular invention by the Indian Patent Office, and the granted patent number is 467712, and the patent has been granted in the name of Indian Institute of Technology at Kanpur in the state of Uttar Pradesh in India. Okay, it's a very prestigious institute. It is very popularly called as the IIT, and it is it is one of the leading engineering colleges in India. So it is a granted patent. But you see, like always, before I move on towards explaining what is the invention, I just want to spend some time in dealing with like what is the problem which has been identified by the inventor from the prior art. So what is the problem? Basically, when we talk about cutlery, we always talk about disposable cutlery. Now, disposable cutlery is usually made up of some kind of a plastic or some kind of a polymeric material. The problem with such kind of disposable cutlery is that it is only meant for one-time use. So, which means that it is used by the user once and then it is thrown away. Therefore, it so happens that such kind of cutlery has to be either recycled or it has to be dumped as waste, in the land or in the sea or in the oceans, which pollutes the land, which spreads toxins in the oceans, and it can also degrade the flora and fauna in the ocean. So that is one of the disadvantage, or that is one of the drawback which the inventor has identified from the prior art. Another drawback is that so far as using cutlery for small children or infants is concerned, now it has to be disinfected time and again. Therefore, there is a problem that if at all the cutlery is not disinfected, it might lead to some kind of diseases to the small child or to the infant. So such kind of cutlery has to be manufactured, which can be disinfected very easily. Okay, so that is another problem which the inventor has identified from the prior art. Another problem which the inventor has identified from the prior art is regarding portability of crockery set. Okay, the cutlery set. I mean, it is very difficult to transport the cutlery from one place to another in a particular manner or in a suitable manner. Uh, it adds to the weight, no doubt, but and also it has to be maintained in a particular manner. Many times, what people do is they take a cutlery set and they wrap it around with the help of a rubber band. Now, in that, what can happen is that some of the items from that cutlery set can get lost. Okay, especially when they are traveling, and then that can lead to inconvenience. For example, if a spoon gets lost and there is only one spoon available, so the user is practically handicapped. The user will have to eat their meals without a spoon in that situation. So this is another problem which has been identified by the inventor from the prior art. So how the inventor has tried to overcome this particular problem, these technical problems, ergonomics related problems, so on and so forth, is as follows. So I'll move on to the next slide. But before I move on to the next slide, I just want to urge all the viewers to subscribe to my channel, which is Pacman GP. If you have any questions, you can post them in the comments, and I will be more than happy to answer your questions. Please like and share my videos, and please help in making this channel very popular. So moving on, I'll move on to the next slide. So here is a diagram of a straw, a straight straw. Okay, at 502 we have a straight straw. We know the use of a straw. A straw is usually utilized for drinking beverages. So how this particular straw 502 is brought about? It is brought about in excuse me. It is brought about in two pieces. So on one side you have the hollow end portion, okay, which is marked by 204, and then on the other side we have the straw head portion. So both these portions have a they are sort of engaged with each other in a screwing manner. Okay, how is it affected? Well, the hollow end portion has a male connector and male threads engraved on its outer side, whereas the straw end portion at 206 has female, thread connectors, which are engraved on the inner surface in this hollow region. And both these hollow, you can say, linkages are connected to each other with the help of a screwing action. Similar to this, we have a bent straw head portion and a hollow end portion. So this hollow end portion at 204, it remains constant for any kind of cutlery, whether it is a straw, a bent, a bent head straw, or whether these are chopsticks. We have the hollow end portion at 204, whether it is a fork. So the hollow end portion, it remains constant, whether it is a spoon, whether it is a knife. So the hollow end portion remains constant. Here we see a knife, the hollow end portion, it has male connector threads at about 404, and we have female connector threads at 446, which are screwed with each other, which are meshed with each other, and therefore a knife 514 is brought about in this way. So it's a attachable and a detachable arrangement. So this is how it becomes very easy to sort of store a particular head. So just in case the hollow end gets lost, still the head portion is remaining with the user, and they can use it anytime. So that is one of the technical advantages. Okay, so this is how the portable cutlery is brought about. But then we are talking about a cutlery set. So how that set is brought about, that we'll see in the next slide. So for the set to be for the cutlery set to be brought about, we have a base. Okay, it's a roundish kind of a base over here, which is denoted by the reference numerals 200 or 200A in the bottom diagram. Okay, so in the top diagram we have slots 218. Okay, and all these components, whether it is the head portion of any cutlery item, whether it is a spoon or a knife or a fork, and the hollow end portion, they are inserted in these particular slots. Okay, that is one way of you can say storing all the connecting items, whether it is a hollow end which is at the back, or the head portion that looks like the head of a spoon or head of a fork, chopsticks. They can be just inserted here, and so that they can stand in one place. Okay, another way of storing all the connectors, or all the components because of which the cutlery is brought about, is by having a base with male connectors. These are threaded connectors which are sort of coming out of the base, and these are threads. So if we take this head portion, the female connector is female threaded portion is engraved on the inner side of this hollow portion. Okay, so that can be connected on this male connector in a screwing manner. On the other hand, this particular male threaded portion of the hollow end portion, it can be screwed inside this particular female connector, which is actually a slot, and there are threads, females threaded portions inside this particular slot. So the hollow end portion can also be screwed here. So then that becomes a fixed kind of a joint on the base. And all the components, they stand in one place and they don't move, they don't make the sound because they are clashing with each other. So that is another technical advantage that is achieved by this particular invention. Now, so far as this base is concerned, this is how it looks like when all the all the head portions as well as the hollow end portions are inserted in the slots, or they are screwed to the connectors. Okay. Now on the periphery of the base, there is a male threaded portion. Okay. Excuse me. Just having a bad throat. And we have a cover 300. On the inner periphery of the cover, there are female threaded portions. Okay. So this male threaded portion, it meshes with the female threaded portion in a screwing manner. And finally, this is how it looks like, where the cover is engaged with the base in a screwing manner. And this is how the portable cutlery set is brought about. So what are the technical advantages of this particular invention? I mean, you can already visualize, I believe. It can be, transported from one place to another. It can be, packed in your bag while you're traveling or something like that. Definitely, this cutlery is made of, infant grade plastic, okay, or medical grade plastic. So it can be used to feed small children as well as infants. It can be disinfected in a disinfector, you can say. There is a small equipment where the cutlery used by the infants can be disinfected and it can be reused. So the problem of throwing away of cutlery, thereby creating pollution, or thereby generating a landfill, because of which pollutants will be dispersed in the atmosphere or in the environment, that problem is totally obviated. So these are some of the technical advantages by having this invention, which the inventors have conceptualized, and for which the Indian Patent Office has already granted a patent to the Indian Institute of Technology. Congratulations to the IITs. So with this, I come to the end of my presentation. Please subscribe to my channel at the rate of PatmanGP. If you have any questions, you can post them in the comments and I'll be more than happy to answer. Please like and share my videos and help in making this channel a very popular channel. Thank you very much and have a great week ahead.